Welcome to UK Learnings. After watch this video, please subscribe to give us your support. And don't forget to click bell icon to get more videos.
Who is Andy Murray? A Scottish runner, a Scottish cyclist, a Scottish rower, a Scottish tennis player. The answer is a Scottish tennis player. Andy Murray is a Scottish tennis player who in 2012 won the men's singles in the US Open. He is the first British man to win a singles title in a Grand Slam tournament since 1936. What was built as part of the UK's celebration of the new millennium? The London Eye, Big Ben, the Tower of London, the Eden Project. The answer is the London Eye. The London Eye is situated on the southern bank of the River Thames and is a Ferris wheel that is 443 feet, 135 meters. Tall. It was originally built as part of the UK's celebration of the new millennium and continues to be an important part of New Year celebrations. What were the refugees that came from France called? Huguenots, Jacobites, Cavaliers, Roundheads. The answer is Huguenots. Between 1680 and 1720 many refugees called Huguenots came from France. They were Protestants and had been persecuted for their religion. Which play was written by Shakespeare before the dawn? Come, walk with me. Freedom of love. Hamlet. The answer is Hamlet. Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England. He was a playwright and actor and wrote many poems and plays. His most famous plays include A Midsummer Night's Dream, Hamlet, Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet. Where can you find Boudicca, the Queen of the Iceni statue? Portsmouth, London, Kent, Suffolk. The answer is London. One of the tribal leaders who fought against the Romans was Boudicca, the Queen of the Iceni in what is now Eastern England. She is still remembered today and there is a statue of her on Westminster Bridge in London, near the Houses of Parliament. How old do you have to be to buy a lottery ticket or a scratch card? 18, 15, 21, 25. The answer is 18. From the 22nd of April 2021, players must be 18 or over to play national lottery games online, in-store and on the app. Previously, people under 16 are not allowed to participate in the national lottery. This includes buying scratch card. When is the Bonfire Night celebrated? The 5th of November, the 28th of October, the 28th of November, the 31st of October. The answer is the 5th of November. Bonfire Night, the 5th of November, is an occasion when people in Great Britain set off fireworks at home or in special displays. When did the Battle of the Boyne happen? 1690, 1697, 1693, 1695. The answer is 1690. James II wanted to regain the throne and invaded Ireland with the help of a French army. William defeated James II at the Battle of the Boyne in Ireland in 1690. An event which is still celebrated by some in Northern Ireland today. When was the Magna Carta established? 1516, 1314, 1415, 1215. The answer is 1215. There were few formal limits to the king's power until 1215. In that year, King John was forced by his noblemen to agree to a number of demands. The result was a Charter of Rights called the Magna Carta, which means the Great Charter. Which British TV shows are popular in the UK now? The Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, Friends, Coronation Street. The answer is Coronation Street. Popular programs include regular soap operas such as Coronation Street and EastEnders. What were the Canterbury Tales about? Canterbury life. The stories people told each other. Canterbury Tales about the king. People fighting near Canterbury. The answer is the stories people told each other. In the years leading up to 1400, Geoffrey Chaucer wrote a series of poems in English about a group of people going to Canterbury on a pilgrimage. The people decided to tell each other stories on the journey, and the poems describe the travelers and some of the stories they told. This collection of poems is called the Canterbury Tales. Which of Henry VIII's wives were executed? Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn, Catherine Parr and Anne of Cleves, Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard, Anne of Cleves and Jane Seymour. The answer is Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard. Anne Boleyn was English. She and Henry had one daughter, Elizabeth. Anne was unpopular in the country and was accused of taking lovers. She was executed at the Tower of London. Catherine was a cousin of Anne Boleyn. She was also accused of taking lovers and executed. When is St. Patrick's Day? 30th of November, 23rd of April, 1st of March, 17th of March. The answer is 17th of March. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland each have a national saint, called a patron saint. Each saint has a special day. Who led a team to clone a mammal for the first time? John MacLeod and James Goodfellow, Jane Toville and Mary Peters, Patrick Steptoe and Patrick Steptoe, Sir Ian Wilmot and Keith Campbell. The answer is Sir Ian Wilmot and Keith Campbell. In 1996, two British scientists, Sir Ian Wilmot, 1944, and Keith Campbell, 1954 to 2012, led a team which was the first to succeed in cloning a mammal, Dolly the sheep. This has led to further research into the possible use of cloning to preserve endangered species and for medical purposes. What was the population of the UK in 1998? 57 million, 60 million, 50 million, 40 million. The answer is 57 million. How many local authorities does the City of London have? 5, 21, 15, 33. The answer is 33. London has 33 local authorities, with the Greater London Authority and the Mayor of London coordinating policies across the capital. How is the New Year often called in Scotland? New Year, New Year's Eve, Second Christmas, Hogmanay. The answer is Hogmanay. Known in Scotland as the Bard, Robert Burns was a Scottish poet. His best-known work is probably the song Auld Lang Syne, which is sung by people in the UK and other countries when they are celebrating the New Year, or Hogmanay as it is called in Scotland. Who is known as William the Conqueror? William, the Duke of Edinburgh, William, the Duke of Normandy, William, the Duke of Lyon, William, the Duke of France. The answer is William, the Duke of Normandy. In 1066, an invasion led by William, the Duke of Normandy, in what is now northern France, defeated Harold, the Saxon King of England, at the Battle of Hastings. Harold was killed in the battle. William became King of England and is known as William the Conqueror. When did Queen Victoria become Queen? 1837, 1845, 1861, 1877. The answer is 1837. In 1837, Queen Victoria became Queen of the UK at the age of 18. She reigned until 1901, almost 64 years. What is the divine right of kings? Increased power of the parliament. The king was appointed by God. Reduced the power of the nobles. Reduced the power of the king. The answer is the king was appointed by God. Divine right of kings is the idea that the king was directly appointed by God to rule. The king should be able to act without having to seek approval from parliament. Who built the Hadrian's Wall to keep out the Picts? King Alfred the Great. Sutton who? Emperor Hadrian. Henry Hadrian. The answer is Emperor Hadrian. Areas of what is now Scotland were never conquered by the Romans, and the Emperor Hadrian built a wall in the north of England to keep out the Picts, ancestors of the Scottish people. What is the Mercury Music Prize awarded for? The best song in the UK and Ireland, the best album from the UK and Ireland, the best music producer in the UK and Ireland, the best classical song in the UK and Ireland. The answer is the best album from the UK and Ireland. The Mercury Music Prize is awarded each September for the best album from the UK and Ireland. What was the main crop in Ireland in the 19th century? Wheat, cucumber, tomato, potato. The answer is potato. In the 19th century, many people in Ireland depended on potatoes as a large part of their diet. In the middle of the century, the potato crop failed, and Ireland suffered a famine. When did Britain become separated from the continent? 4,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, 8,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago. The answer is 10,000 years ago. Britain only became permanently separated from the continent by the Channel about 10,000 years ago. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, like, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get more videos.